how to throw a clay pigeon. So there's various types of clay pigeon throwers you're going to come across. Usually this is the most standard. This has a little bit of curve. This one's pretty straight. This one's a little bit more flimsy, but they're all the same principle. Then they do have some like this that have a little bit of a lever for you, and that can be helpful for new throwers. They also have ones with like metal rigs out here, and I've seen all sorts of fancy things, but these are the basic clay throwers that you can pick up for like under 10 bucks at any sporting goods store. I think even one of these is from Walmart. I found one from like a secondhand store. Anyway, so they're pretty cheap. The first thing is loading quickly and regularly. Loading these is not quite as intuitive as you'd think. Lots of people load it backwards, so make sure you look at it. This is for right hand throwing, so you're actually going to throw it like this, so the curved part is facing out. Left hand, it's going to be the other way. People oftentimes think they're scooping the clay, so they'll load it upside down, and that's the first mistake, because I take the clay thrower and just tuck it in my hand. That gives me both hands to work with real quick. I grab a clay, I put it in right here, and then I use my right hand to slide it in on the straight end so it pivots along that side, and that will keep you from breaking it essentially every single time. So I'll show you that real quick again. So I just put it here, just hold up the thrower with my left hand, with my right hand grab it in like that. If your left hand, just do it backwards. So I've never done it with my left hand, but the principle is the same. So just hold it right there, put the clay in, and then now with my left hand, I'll slide it in on the bottom like that. The reason I like to do that is because it allows me to go pretty quickly when I'm throwing for people, and just load it, throw it, get the next one, load it, throw it, get the next one, load it, throw it, so you can go relatively quickly. Okay, so next up is going to be able to throwing these consistently every single time. So in general, you want it out there, you don't want it crazy to the side, so you want a good grip. And then there's two main ways that you can do it. One is you kind of go and then you stop all of a sudden, or the other is if you go fast enough and your throw is a little bit broken in. Sometimes the new ones, it doesn't work quite as well. You just honestly just continue with your arc and it'll go. It'll just fly out on its own. You don't really have to quickly stop. Okay, so here's the stopping one. So I kind of stop and then it releases. And here's the one where you just go continually. Okay. Okay, so the reason these ones with the hinge can be kind of helpful is when you stop, it gives you that extra flick that you kind of need on the end, and it does a lot of the work for you. So as long as you're swinging in the general direction, it's really hard to screw up with this. So just swing, and that one went a little bit to the left, but I was really not even putting any muscle into it. So just a little more muscle, boom, perfectly thrown clay. When people are shooting, you're on the same firing line, either to the left or the right of the shooters. And so they're looking out for targets where they're going to go, and they're not looking at you, the thrower. So when you have a clay ready to throw, I like to step to the fire line and then hold it out in front. And so they can see in their peripheral vision this bright orange clay saying, hey, ready. And then they'll say pull, I'll step back and throw it. Okay, to show everything from start to finish, grab your clay thrower, tuck in your left hand, make sure you're loading it the right way. So if you're right-handed, the flat side will be on your right hand. And then you take the clay, load it in there, hold it out to tell the thrower that you're ready. They say pull, step back, and release. Now you can either swing really fast and it'll just come out on its own, or you can swing and kind of stop. You can throw them faster if you want. You really put a swing on it, it makes them get out further, faster and harder. Or if I'm shooting for beginners, I'll try to do it as slow as possible, straight away from them. Well, that one was broken before it even came out. And that makes it much, much easier to shoot. And I've even got my mother shooting clays out of the air this way. So like that, just nice and slow, straight out, pretty easy to hit. Okay, if you guys have any thoughts or tips or tricks on throwing clay pigeons, put it in the comments below. And always, guys, thanks for watching. A little wobbly.